streets were deserted.
With a crash, the second pillar of fell energy is extinguished. Only two more pillars. Are you okay? Have you been drinking every time they killed an undead in this story? You have, haven't you? Oh, that's a lot of holy shit! That's a lot of puke. Oh my god! Is that pie? Oh, how unfortunate. Can I get a pie? Yeah, I got a pie. Alright, you'll be... Yeah, good. Okay, thank you. Thank you for taking him. Alright. So, now, Hakon, Lenny, and Fumbus go deeper into the undead fortress.
Hello, Dungeon fans. It's Saturday night. This is Tales from the Dungeon. I'm Kevin from Level 9. Tonight we're playing the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. Rejoining, hey, DM Thaco, Viva la Dungeon! Yeah, thank you for swinging by. Absolutely. Tonight we are rejoining Hakon, Lenny, and Fumbus as their I will say assault, but they're doing it, there's just three of them. The assault on this undead keep, where what they're hoping to find is a specific magical sword that'll help slay the Queen of Korsova. Long story. Hey, Poison Ivy Pika. Poison Ivy Pika. Thanks for stopping by. When we last left our heroes, they had felled the second green fell energy pylon that is powering a some kind of guardian spell on this one section of this keep. They believe inside that, correctly of course, inside that small tower is the sword they're looking for. So there's these four different pillars of green fell energy shooting out from different parts of this ancient keep, powering the spell. And they felled two of them so far. The one they felled last episode, they had gone into the barracks of the castle, and the castle part of the keep was quite expansive. The part that they went into the barracks, and in the next part of the castle they found had actually been collapsed. And it was open, and there was a ravine. They found on the other side of the castle was this gigantic ravine that looked like it'd go on forever. and there was a little earthen bridge that went over the ravine to a small, lonely section of earth that still stood. And on there was the second pylon that they had to fight, a baddie there, and then take that out. That's where we start tonight. There are 2 more pylons. We're only going to be getting one of those tonight. The mission's called Shadows on the Wing. I'll tell you why in just a moment. Let's see. What else do we need to do to... as I've been playing this particular adventure, they call them, this adventure, out of a campaign, they section them off by adventures instead of scenarios, and then each adventure has its own pieces, its own mission scenarios. So, campaign, adventure, scenario. Anyway, this whole adventure, I had to deal with these omnipresent effects. As each pylon's gone down to a different effect goes away. I'm being like shitty effects. Like the 2 that I have left are called Withering and Unhallowed. Withering, at the end of your turn, bury a random card from your discards. That sucks, because what that means is the card comes out of my discard, goes underneath my character card, and I can't use it again for the rest of the game. And that just happens every turn. And then Unhallowed, on any check when you discard a blessing. Okay, so I gotta remember, anytime I do anything with a blessing, I'm gonna have to bury them or do something uncouth with them and unfortunate. I think the music's telling it right. I think, oh wait, no, it's too low. Too low. Let's turn up just a tiny bit. Just a titch, as my grandmother would say. Okay. Hakon, Lenny, and Fumbus. Hakon's the gentleman in the middle. Lenny is the small druid gnome. And Fumbus is our goblin. So, this is the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. There's a lot of editions it's been out for about 4 or 5 years now. This is the newest set, kind of like a version 2 of it. It's not so much a role-playing game, although I do dramatic readings. That's what I'm doing right now. I call it a dramatic reading playing kind of thing. But it's actually more of a card game. You level up your characters. You have a persistent character that you level up their deck, and to take with you. This is scenario 20 out of I believe there's 25. I've been doing it for quite a while. These are all the same 3 characters. Their deck they have little cards that you check off. You level up your you get different powers. You can level up your hand size. You can level up the bonuses you get for ability rolls. It's a pretty cool system. If you're not familiar with any of the adventure card game systems, you should check them out. They're this one especially is the core set. It's actually really good. They improved on the previous iterations. Right. So just for everyone, I'm going to tell you DM Thaco. So the way you typically play, there are 5 locations determined by the specific rules of that scenario. I'm only showing you 1 right now. The other 4 are off camera. But typically you'd have all of them out in front of you, and each character can go to a different location to do things. For thematic and purposes and for fictional purposes, I have these guys travel as a group. Sometimes they'll split off and go to different locations. Sometimes, but mostly I have them stick to one location. So we kind of go in a. You don't have to do that. That said, we are at the castle. Okay, so this is what happens. When we last left them, they just Lenny had taken out the undead creature that was guarding the pylon, jumping on him, smashing him and her into the pylon, the griffin head statue pylon that the fell energy is bursting out of, and crashed, and it went out. All right, he's dead. Lenny gets up and shakes herself off, and they all enjoy the moment of peace because it was very loud next to the green energy, very much of a kind of loud, and they didn't really realize it until all the action, and it wasn't the blood in their ears anymore. It was that fell energy, and now it was gone, and it was silent. And So they start heading back across the bridge. It's a pretty big bridge, maybe about 100 feet. As they're making their way across, and it's not very big, they hear, if it wasn't for the wings, they'd probably be dead. Because they heard the wind. And Lenny knows that sound. She's very in tune with animals. And she's scanning the sky, and it's not until it blocks the moon that they realize that there's this gigantic black dragon had risen up out of the keep, and now was almost all the way on top, or over top of them. And they wouldn't even notice it until they blocked the moon. They wouldn't even seen it until it opens up its mouth, and this green flame comes shooting out to bathe the whole bridge. Luckily, they weren't there. They went running the moment Lenny gave the signal. The moment she realized what was going on, they just barely made it across the bridge as it just gets lit up with fire. And they jump and they head back into the castle. From the castle, they watch it fly around and just kind of circle looking for them. And then it flaps. And finally, after a few moments, they watch it go back over to the other side of the keep and land on one of the towers over there. Now, they don't want to go out in the open because obviously it's sitting there looking and scanning. It's been awoken. It's waiting. It knows that someone's here taking out the pylons. It's ready. So they're gonna have to move through the castle and through everything. Try to stay undercover until they can get to where its lair is and hopefully slay it, because it just happens to be just next to the third pylon. Of course, the guardian of the third pylon is. They're gonna have to sneak up on him. So we're gonna start. We got Hakon's first. We'll check out his hand. He's got a shield, a war drum, 2 weapons. This one in particular is pretty sweet. You'll see. He's got a spell, and he's got 2 blessings. We're going to draw the hour off the top of the hour deck. The hour is the courtesan. During this, when you would encounter a non-story bane barrier, banish it instead. Then summon and encounter a task barrier. Okay. Alright. That's just for his turn. Nothing's happening from the wild cards, right? We are good to go. Oh, okay. Beginning of his turn, I can have him do some stuff. Okay. I'm going to have him cast Magic Eye. So Magic Eye allows him to draw the top 3 cards of the location. Or examine. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. That's a barrier. And we're triggering it because, shit, that's what that little red wing thing means. Shoot. When you examine and you pull a trigger, you gotta deal with that. When examined, you may move to this location and counter this barrier. I'm already there. When you encounter this barrier, each local character suffers 1 fire damage, then summons and encounters the Storybane Red Mantis Assassin. Then banish this barrier. It is defeated. Alright. So, after they watch the dragon do that, and they all look at each other and then talk quietly, okay, we're gonna move through the castle. They go to turn and head into the main part of the castle, and Hakon decides to say a few words of power to do Magic Eye. It's one of the few spells he knows, but it's found to be very useful, just to kind of get a feel for the area ahead of them as they head in the direction of east. They head east towards that tower, and he's just as the words of final are leaving his lips. Magic Eye tends. What happens is he sees danger in shapes of like red, of like a crimson kind of color, and almost like you can see him through walls. You can see him around him. Anything that's particularly dangerous to him. And imagine his surprise when he does this, and 3 red shapes are coming out of the shadows, right literally in front of him. And he barely has enough time to squawk out a warning before they're attacked by the Red Mantis Assassins. These assholes again. I just gotta find them because I didn't know I was gonna be playing with them today. I got a big stack of show you guys what I'm looking at. Where are you, Red Mantis Assassin? Are you gonna be like the last card or what? No. Where are you? There you are. These guys, not cool. First off, so he's just barely able to squawk out a warning when the whole room goes up in flames. It's kind of their MO. They're like setting shit on fire, then attacking you. So the room goes up, and they didn't know it was kind of an ambush. So we're gonna all take 1 point of damage. It means we have to discard a card. Let me discard this. Oh wait, his shield. When you suffer acid, cold, combat, electricity, or fire damage, freely reveal this to reduce that by 2. So he's got a shield of resistance, so Hakon's taking no damage. And then is that just fire damage, not combat damage? Okay, Linny's gonna have to take a point of damage. They will pay for that. And Fumbus, my lovely goblin. Fumbus picked this up last episode. Kazavan's shield. It's an awesome relic he found in the. When you suffer acid, combat, or fire damage, freely reveal to reduce it by 2. He reveals that. He takes no damage. And we fight. All right, Hakon's going to take on his Mantis Assassin first. Let's see. They're resistant to attack and fire. Well, he doesn't do any fire. These are keywords. And then, before acting, succeeded a wisdom or perception check, or the difficulty of defeat is increased by 1d6. All right, let's see if he... wisdom or perception check, huh? He has neither. Well, he has wisdom, but it's a d4. So he's going to end up... I'm not going to worry about blessing this roll or anything. He's just... The difficulty to defeat this guy has been increased by... So, Fumbus is an alchemist. He likes making things go boom. He was, actually, he fucked up, and he made a potion that started rotting him from the inside out. And, just recently, he was able to get cured. But to cure him, he had to have his body etched in runes, glowing runes from the Shiwanti tribe. So, he's very deadly. He's awesome. He's deadly. He's got these glowing runes all around his body to keep the death rot in and not to let him die from it, which probably makes him a bit immortal. We'll see. Unless somebody else kills him. Hey, Last War Poodle. What's up, buddy? All right, so this is going to be, for Hakon to defeat the Red Mantis Assassin, it's going to be 10 plus, this means the adventure number, which is 5, so this is going to be a 20... I need a 22 to defeat this guy. He didn't notice him in time, but we're going to bust out Ashbringer and see what's up. Right? Yes. And maybe a War Drum, too. Alright, so for Ashbringer, he gets to do a strength. He's going to do a melee. Melee is a d10. D10 plus 3. Plus a d10, another d10 from the card. Plus 3, okay, so it's plus 6. Against the Story Bane, add another d8. This is a Story Bane, so I get to add another d8. If any die rolled on this check shows a 1, count it as a 3. Oh no, if proficient, count it as a 6. Booyah. Then discard the top card of your deck. If you fail this check, that's not an option. Okay. So I have plus 6. I need a 22. So I need 16 on these 3 dice. Unless... I'm going to add my War Drum and add another d4. So that's 28 and 32 to get 16. Exactly 50-50. Well, oh wait, no, wait. Hold, please. On a local check against the monster, he's got one of his special powers is he can discard a card to add his diplomacy roll to this. We'll certainly do that because his diplomacy adds a D8 plus 4. So I got plus 10. Got plus 10 on this. I need a plus 10. I need a 20. Oh, geez. Holy mackerel. Okay. So the room goes up. These 3 shapes come out of nowhere. It's already got the drop on him, but Hakon's so like this has been nothing but adrenaline this whole time. The moment they entered the keep, everything's on edge. He's felt the whole the rush from the adrenaline. He's ready, and it's obvious because while this assassin's jumping at him, he's already swinging his scythe, and the body parts as it comes to meet him, and flies either way. He just reaped himself an assassin. Another one. This goes back in my hand. This gets recharged. And Lenny's got to take care of hers. Hey, Pie Gods. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. State of Decay, huh? Right on. Yes, the law average is on my side. Hey, Real R3 Play. Thanks for joining the dungeon, buddy. Welcome. Welcome very much. Okay. So Lenny's got to take care of hers. This is one of my favorite ones. I'll save that one. Lenny's gonna go Fox. I play her ally cards as if she shapeshifts into them because they're all animals. It's kind of her gig. She's okay, she's not gonna do fire. Oh, she's got to do the whole wisdom or perception check. Okay. Her wisdom is actually pretty good. Her perception's pretty good. She gets the D10 plus 6. 8. Of course, that was a terrible roll. So she didn't make it. So we're going to have to roll to see. Okay, so she needs a 23. Okay, so Lenny, she's a druid. She will recharge an ally card, and in this instance, the fox. So she's going to turn into her fox mode, which means she's trying to evade really quick, be really super agile. So something's jumped out ahead to ambush. She's going to go fox and then rip its stomach out from behind. So we're going to play. She can recharge this, which means going to the bottom of her deck to use her survival. Which is, in this case, a D10 plus 7. And then she gets another D4. Where'd that D4 go? There we go. She gets a D4. And then a D6 because she's using an animal form. It's good, assassin ambush music. Oh no, this is not a D4. This is a D6 now. Okay, 22. 22 to get 23. Well, she has plus 7 though. So it's still not the best. But that's okay. Huh. Well, these are human too. No. Alright, we're gonna play. She's gonna play a blessing. So you can play a blessing from your hand. On any check, discard to bless. Blessing means she's gonna add her skill roll back, so it's 2d20. And then this Unhallowed says when I would discard a blessing for its power, bury it. Well, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Bury it instead, so it's getting buried. I think this is pretty good. 20, we're talking about 32 now. and that's plus 7. And she needs a 23. She needs a 17. Right? No, 16. Yeah. Yeah. 16. It came out to be the same. That's interesting. Let's see what's up. None of that is what's up. That's going to be 5, 10. Oh, wait, yeah. Whoa, no. No, I need 16. 8. So I need 3. I don't think... All right, do I have anything for after the roll? It's very... Usually, there's not many things you can do for after the roll. So she's going to have to take the damage. Oh, no, she doesn't. She was a little off. Hakon was on point. When they come into that room, he was casting it. Her attention was elsewhere. Even she was surprised. One of these mantis assassins jumps out at her. It's swinging, and she immediately goes to avoid by turning into something smaller. However, his sword is too fast and slices into her. But luckily, it slices into her magic leather armor as she's turning into the fox. I can bury this to reduce it to any damage to 0. Oh, last war poodle added a die. Shit. Oh, it'll be needed. But since I got out of that without any damage, I'm going to save that. Thank you very much. Yeah, so you can have me add dice. You can have me reroll dice by checking the silver, seeing what you can spend your silver on. You want to hear about that armor? Daddy. I don't remember. Oh, okay. All right, give me a second. The armor. The armor. My God, 8 months, McTeddy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Has it been that long? 8 months. 8 months. It's been a long 8 months. Okay. Two things. I want to remember. I need to remember one thing, or just make it up, and then I'm gonna say. All right, so you can spend money to do a flashback. Typically, it's on a character. It was meant to be on one of these characters, but I can do the magic leather armor too. What I want to wrap in how Lenny found it, and along with who made it. Yeah, I did. I know. It actually didn't feel that long. The 8 months. No. How's it going, McTeddy? How you doing, man? How is Maine? What's his name? There's a named person. Vincarlo Orsini, the original Blackjack. There is this hero of Korsova, this city that they're trying to save, who's the hero vigilante called Blackjack. His street name is Vincarlo Orsini. He's a water dancer. He's a swordsman. Boring? Yeah, health-wise. Health-wise, Michigan's jacking up, man. We had 1,000 new cases today. Just today. Getting reported over from yesterday. Is your usual state is close to going mad? Yeah. Anyway, Vincarlo Orsini, quite the character. In fact, in Vincarlo's estate, he brought our heroes there to let them stay. And that very first night, it erupted in flames. And this is when the first time they ever met these assholes, the Red Mantis assassins. Coincidentally enough, later on, after other adventures, they were reunited with Vincarlo, who found out that Hakon has now assumed the role of Blackjack. He was very happy about that because Vincarlo's getting a little old and he needed somebody new to kind of take up the mantle. However, he noticed that Linny wasn't wearing any armor. She's a druid, she's a gnome, she shapeshifts, but he insisted that she wear armor. He insists, you must, and she was actually getting really irritated and doesn't want anything to do with him until he brought the armor out, and she like felt the care and the craftsmanship and the work and even like a bit of the animal still emanating from it. It was very, very old. Her best guess is an elven leather worker had made it. They're the only ones that with that kind of connection, because she could still. It was made from what am I thinking of? Trying to think of a cool freaking animal, like a fantasy bison with bigger horns. It's called a Taurog. Taurogs are these huge, like water buffalo, except they have like multiple horns that stick out of random places of their fucking face, and some of them are even a little magical. And those aren't around much anymore. They kind of died out, but they breathe fire out their fucking noses and stuff. This leather armor was made for one of those, but it was made, and she could tell, in a very traditional and very ceremonial way. And even to the point where there's etching, and at one point she found the name that had been given to that Taurog in the process of its being killed and everything. That the elves would kill something and then they'd name it as they kill it to kind of, to be respectful. So she took the leather armor and decided, and wears it with pride. And there's your flashback. Thank you very much. Okay. Linny. Okay, so the assassin. What happens? Fighting summons, then banishes Barry. It is defeated. Okay, so we don't have to keep fighting this thing. But Fumbus has to take out his. Fumbus has got himself a couple blessings. He's got this ally. I forget how he got this. He's got this cool short bow, but his real. Ooh, he's got the fireball beads. They're resistant to fire, though. Let's see, they're resistant to attack, too. He can't do his acid flask. I think he is going to be doing his bow. Good thing he had it out and an arrow notched. He's got to make the wisdom perception check, and he's going to fail that, so... Oh, it's increased by 5. Oh, crap. Okay. So he needs 25 to defeat this guy. Okay. He's going to use his short bow. He was moving through with it out because of the dragon. Like, typically Fumbus doesn't mess with his ranged weapons because he's got little potions and stuff, but against the dragon, he had pulled out his bow. So he still has his bow in his hands as they're moving through the castle. So when this guy attacks, Fumbus, he's got one shot, basically, or this guy's going to hit him with his sword. Okay. 25, huh? Alright, so his ranged is a D10. Is plus 5, so that's good. This is adds a D6 plus 1, so it's plus 6. So he's going to need a 19 so far. 19. On a local combat check, he can discard a card. Yeah, or recharge an automatic attack card. Yep. He's going to recharge one of these to add 1d6 to the roll. So he's basically got acid dripping from the top of the arrow, or poison. And then if he on a check that invokes acid or poison, add another d6. I want another blue one. There we go. He needs 19. That's 28. So that's not nearly enough. So let's look at what he's got. He's got blessings. He's got this Hell Knight too. A little something he picked up knowledge. What I do with the allies is I don't pretend that they're there like NPCs for purpose of my fictional dramatic retelling. These represent memories or things that they were taught. Yeah. The Hell Knight, the Hell Knight he had met in Korsova. What he'd learned from him was if it's a simple and stupid trick. If you kind of close your eyes just a little bit when you're going through somewhere new, you're less likely to be surprised to the point where you can't do anything. It lessens the effect of an ambush type situation where someone comes out of nowhere to surprise you. You don't get that initial fright, which can paralyze you, and in that couple seconds get you killed. He's going to add a 1d8 to this because of that. If the Bane would be shuffled in, okay, maybe really okay. 18, 28, and 8 is 36, and we need 19. That's still kind of pushing it, but I can add a die thanks to Last War Poodle. So I'm going to add a d10 like a blessing, because that's the main roll he's going to be doing, and we're going to try this. I like those sixes. 18, 20, yep. So this guy comes jumping, but Fumbus had been ready. Goes right through his throat, and he crumples before even getting to Fumbus. The other one is gone. The one that hit Lenny turns, they all turn, look around, and he's already gone, vanished into the castle. As is the way of assassins, right? So Hakon's got to discard that. That was all from the very first card. This is reloaded. What am I doing with this guy? I'm recharging. Okay. All right. And then this was a show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, this is not a turn, so nobody's redrawing. That was all on Hakon's first turn. So we get rid of this. Assassination Squad is out. Okay, so that all happened because he cast the spell and examined. His turn really didn't even happen, so he still gets a chance to draw. And I think I'm going to, because yeah, we got a lot of cards to go through. Plaguebringer's Mask. Okay, so this is an item. On your combat check or check against the disease card, reload to add 1d8. It's not the best. Intelligence with craft isn't really his strong suit, so he wouldn't be able to roll 11, so I'm not even going to worry about getting this card. And he's going to draw back up. He's not going to use any card to keep going. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. We're going to pass the turn over to Lenny. The hour is a Cheekek's Claws. Before acting against a Story Bane monster, draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. I think I screwed that other one up. I can't go through any of these games without screwing something up. I think that should have changed what happened, but oh well. Oh well. Psst. Zenarth. The fire, okay, that's still raging around them, drew other denizens of the castle. Ones that don't go out in the open for fear of the dragon finding them and eating them. The ones that creep around in the ruins. The ones that aren't necessarily dead. Maybe the ones... Oh, this is a demon, too. This one's drawn to this evil place just because of the evil there. Just gonna screw up curse deck. Willie the Wizard. What is up, Willie Wizard? What's up, fucker? Oh, that was the closest one I've gotten. That was fucking close. Sounded close. I'll give my beard a stroke. All right, Zinarth. This asshole. Okay, immune to electricity and poison. Before acting, each local character suffers 2 acid damage. Son of a bitch. All right, so they start making their way through downtown. They start making their way good. Hey, Turkey. Wow, Turkey and Willie at the same time? Holy mackerel. It's good. I've only done 1 turn. I'm glad I started early. I started at 11:30 tonight just because I didn't want to go too long. And it's 1 turn. First turn. A lot of exciting shit. As they're making their way through this room, this castle kind of a hallway, let's say. It's on fire. It drew the Zinarth. And as they're making their way, it's harder with the smoke and stuff. It's getting harder to see. And it's not until the acid comes bursting out from a side corridor, spraying them. Damn, 2 acid damage too. Okay, that's great though. You know what? Shield resistance. Shield resistance. Acid. Reduced by 2. Boom. Lenny, unfortunately, is going to take this damage. There's 0 I can do about it. So that sucks. Oh, shit. You know what? Into his turn, he had to take one of his discard and bury it because of this stupid withering. So that's fun. She's getting hit. Oh, do I really want to discard that? Maybe I shouldn't have drew with her. She was already... maybe I shouldn't have. And then... this bad boy. Shield of Kazavan. Fumbus. I'm so glad. I didn't think I was going to take this, and then I decided Fumbus should take it, and oh my gosh, it's twice now it saved his ass. Son of a lich. Hey, buddy. Okay. Fumbus, Lenny, don't take any damage. Lenny, however, is super pissed off. It comes roaring out of the flames, and with the after it bursts them, hits them with acid, comes leaping through the flames. Lenny immediately goes into House Drake mode to meet it. All right, so that's D10. D10 plus D6 plus another D6, and that's gonna be it. And she got plus 7, so she needs a 17 out of that, and that's not good. So we gotta have to bless this girl. Gotta bless her. Ooh, I like that. As this thing comes rushing out of... Oh, wait, you know what? You know what? No. No. Okay. Lenny, hit with the acid, squeals, cries out. Hakon seeing this with his shield up. And so when this thing leaps through the fire coming at her, Hakon instead steps in front. Hakon's got a special thing that when another local character would encounter a monster, he can counter it instead. So he's stepping up with Ashbringer. He gets an additional plus 6 in this whole thing because of that. So, yeah, D10 plus 3. So, yeah, so 2D10 plus 6 is like the base thing with this thing. It's not a story bane, but he does get to add D6 because of that little power. And do I want to? I say yes. Huh. Sorry, fucker. Oh, it's not going to be his turn, so okay. So it's okay. All right. I'm worried about him having I'm going to go ahead and do it. He's going to discard a card to add his diplomacy, which is a D8 plus 4. Plus 4, so 10. Plus 10. $11, $14, $21, plus 10, $31. He had just enough time to put the shield up when the acid hits, and he sees her go, and he sees this come ripping up, and he's there as it's coming at her, and it's coming at her, so he doesn't really see him come flying out the side. He swings Ashbringer and lops off its head, and it flies over Lenny, and the big body. She dives out of the way as the big body slams down in where she stood. Okay. That was Lenny's turn. She's going to draw back up to 6, and then she's got to bury a card from her discard pile. Hey, Teddy, if you come by Tuesday, you get to play Star Jumpers again. We're playing one more time. You can play again if you can. Not again. You can play if you like, or at least watch. Just telling you. That's all. Just telling you. Right. I gotta get rid of something. Okay, she's gonna bury this. Oh shit! I think you told me to remind you last time. I'm bad. It's like one of my that's my weakness. That's my kryptonite, is remembering things. Mick, Teddy. You know who usually helps me with that is Turkey. Did you come in last Tuesday? It was a blur. Sorry if you did. And I told you, weakness, remembering. All right. Passing the turn over to Fumbus. The Hour. The Rabbit Prince. At the start of your combat check, you may recharge a card to draw the top card of your deck. If you do not play that card on this check, bury it. Okay. Oh. Bye, Mr. Stream. Okay. I totally missed it, I think. All right, Fumbus. Anything you want to do before I think he does? I think Fumbus is going to use the... All right, so this is basically free for him. He's going to use the Elixir Healing on Hakon, so that Hakon can get these cards back. 1d4 plus 1. So 3, that's all he needed. And let's get shuffled back in Hakon's deck. It's all good. We had I had 6 people playing. It was pretty chaotic, actually. It was fun though, and I learned some key things that we're going to play one more time, because I want to try to see. I want to see if I want to try a slightly different way. See how it works. It was nice playing with adults though. This is getting recharged, right? Okay, healed up. Snake. Wisdom. So Fumbus hands Hakon, tells him to drink this. Gives him, even though it was Lenny, but Lenny looks okay. Lenny's ferocious. Fumbus learned not to offer the elixir of healing to Lenny unless she asked for it. He doesn't notice the snake go slithering by. I'm not even going to try to roll for it because he can't. Yeah, he's got a D4 in wisdom. What just happened with is that your deck? That is his hand? Okay, that's his hand. Okay. Okay, that was Fumbus's turn. I'm not going to spend... I could spend a blessing to explore, but I'd rather keep them because this shit's hard. I'd rather keep them for rolling. So we're going to go on. That was his whole turn, was giving Hakon a potion. So we're back to Hakon. Iristill's Eye is the hour. If you are at a wild location, you may discard a card to explore. This is urban, so it is not wild. Anything you want to do before... I can exchange cards from here if I want. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Finally. So, when you encounter... This is a henchman. I just want to remember if they're closing or not. They are, good. Alright. That must be the door to the throne room, Hakon says, as they get out of the hallway that's on fire. The fire's kind of dying down because there wasn't a whole lot. This keep's been it's been like 100 years since anybody's lived in it. It's just been a shithole, evil, undead kind of place. So there's not a whole lot of flammable stuff left. So the fire's kind of dying out. They moved into a little antechamber with a door, a rather large, more ornate door. And Hakon's, that must be the throne room. And as he goes to touch the door, a hiss makes all the hair on his neck stand on end. He looks over to see, let's see, if he checked his findings. Okay. He looks over to see that shadows in this room they took as being empty have kind of come together to shape a man or a thing, a person. And the swirls of smoke get lighter and lighter and become eyes. It screeches at him and comes forward to both of them, to all of them. God, I wish I could do that divine roll, but I can't. He doesn't actually have divine. This would be easy for Lenny. She would be able to kick its ass. So... if the check to defeat this does not have the magic trait, does divine have a magic trait? Like, could she use divine? Huh. Well, doesn't matter. It's a 23. And he certainly has magic. Time to lay this wraith to bed. So that means that you add the current adventure that you're on. So I'm on the 5th adventure. So that first one means it's 23, and the second one means it's 13. Yeah, they're called veteran monsters. There's a keyword for veteran. So they just keep getting harder as you get farther into the game. Yeah, so this is 2d6. And this is a story bane, so kick-ass. That's a d8 there. I don't think we should mess around. No, you know what? He's going to cast Enhance. This thing, because it decided to announce its presence to him, gave him enough time to whisper the words of one of the other spells he knows, which in this case, makes him even more, even better fighter. This one is just, he chooses a skill while displayed on our checks using that skill. It's going to be melee. It's going to be his skill. He gets to add 1 plus to adventure, so he gets to add +6 to this. So he had 6, and 6 is 12. So 12, and it's 23, so he only needs 11? Is that right? Yeah, 11. 11 out of these. That is... I don't know, McTeddy. I don't remember it in the Rise of the Rune Lords, but I didn't play any of the other sets, so I don't know if it got added in. It's new to me. Let's just say that. We're going to roll this. All I need is an 11. Ashbringer begins to glow. as Hakon turns to face this wraith. Okay, that's 17. Sure enough, smoke can be split too. Ashbringer brings all souls home. He's going to have to discard that, unfortunately. Okay. It is. I agree. It is a cool mechanic. Shit, he's going to... That's alright. He's going to have to bury that card. It's his end of his... Oh, wait, hold on. Let's not get ahead of myself. Okay, so... to close this location, I got to bury a weapon or the top card of your deck. Well, I'm not going to bury Ashbringer, I'll tell you that much. So the top card of my deck, which is Blackjack's Gear. So that's a good one to bury. At the end of my turn, I got to bury one card on my discard. And we have closed the castle location. These cards go away. And now we are moving into the throne room. Oh, what's going on here? McTeddy, you beautiful fuck. Thank you, Spooks. Thanks for lurking. Lurk right back at you. Here's lurking at you, kid. Shit, that's gonna be a thing. Here's looking at you. Here's lurking at you, kid. Throne room. At this location, at the start of your turn, you may recharge an item to draw a card. Oh, that's his. He's got to draw. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Lenny is drawn back up. This is the first time Lenny, this whole game, has a full hand. Marriage. At the start of your turn, summon and encounter an ally. Huh. Okay. We're going to summon a... Here's looking at you, kid. Oh, yeah, thanks. No, it's like the Drunks and Dragons. It's exclamation point, quote, add, and there's a space there. You need a space between quote and add. You could do it. You could do it. Yeah, fuck that French toast. Fuck that French toast. Oh, that sounds like a good dinner. I wanted French toast for dinner. Cerulean Mastermind. Ooh, this is a new lady. On a local combat check, recharge this card and bury another card to add a local character's knowledge or stealth. Nobody's stealth is really all that great, so... Charisma, Diplomacy, Stealth. She has none of those. She's not that good in Charisma, not that good in Diplomacy, not that good in Stealth. Like, this is Hakon, for sure. So as they move themselves, Hakon opens the door and they move into the throne room. And very, very large, old. They can feel the weight, even more so, the weight of not only evil but antiquity and just all the years. This keep is very, very old, and it was very important at one time, and that's why it was taken over by the evil that's there now. They don't notice. Maybe this Cerulean Mastermind's hiding in the shadows and they're scouting. I don't know, but we're not going to see her. So thanks. I love statements with groin. Did you add it? Did it work? Yay, number 17. Oh, well, it's exactly the same one as Drunks and Dragons. Damn right. That was a good one. All right. Drawing a card. Draw a card. Oh, wow. Another ally. This one's a big one. Wisdom or Divine. Okay. What does she do? Zellara. Undead Ghost Medium. Displayed. Harrow boons may be recharged instead of discarded. Okay. You may ignore powers that happen when you examine cards. Cool. At the end of the turn, bury this. Okay. Bury to explore. You may recharge a Harrow boon to reload instead. Huh. I could bury a hero card. Or I could just roll. Wisdom Divine. Now that's her jam. Her Wisdom's D10. Her Divine's D10 plus 5. So I could take a shot. Shit. Tempting. I don't know how good this... We're going to take a shot at rolling. D10 plus 5. She needs a 7. 7 or better. This lady's a cool ally, but she'd be much better if she was an animal. That's a 9. Look at that. Hot damn. So as they move in, Lenny's coming up behind, and she hears another, like a more softer kind of, not a hiss, like a softer sound, and she whirls around thinking it's another wraith, but instead it's the ghost of this older lady, older, more well-dressed woman, who's not looking at her in hatred and anger. The lady tells her that first thanks her for helping banish the wraith that has kept her from materializing. She'd been trapped in this little room for so long because of that wraith. And if Lenny would take the small card case that is underneath one like a coat rack or something, then Zalara could go with her and show her the help her read her heroes. So this is all perfect because Lenny has a hero deck. This is a special like tarot deck for this campaign, and every new adventure Lenny would do a reading from the hero deck, and that we had gotten from another old lady who had died in the very first adventure. So this is all like in tune with like Lenny and with the hero, and it's very interesting to her, the whole hero system. So against maybe best wishes, maybe it's just, Lenny has a very good nose for bad things, so she gets a good feeling from this Solara. So she takes the case and puts her own hero deck in it, and she hears this like very kind of satisfied sigh, and then the woman's gone for now. Imagine Blory and Willie. That would be a damn power couple. Holy shit. That must never happen. That can never happen. The artwork is pretty cool. I agree. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna have to discard a card, or I can explore again. I got a handful of crazy shit, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna oh. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use her, actually. I'm gonna use her. So I can bury her to explore, or I may recharge a hero boon, which would be this right here, because it's a hero card boon. I'm gonna recharge this when she go under my deck. She goes on top of my deck, and then I get to explore again. Those are strong words, Turkey. Strong words. Be careful who might be listening. Wraith, no, shit, this is, this is Wraith. This is, yeah. Oh, hot damn. I'm gonna get through this one pretty quick. Hakon's not through the door, like, 5 steps when, another, right in the middle, of the throne room, another, shadowed, this time, a larger, like it's like a big stockier person kind of comes together in the eyes, and it just says quietly, bow to your king. And shit, who is this? This is Lenny. So Lenny comes up from behind him. She's got to take care of this. Well, Or are we going to do the same thing we did last time? I think we do the same thing we did last time. It works so well. Yeah, Hakon's just going to go ahead and discard a card to encounter that instead. Shit. Discard that. I say shit because he's got all his great weapons. Ashbringer, Thundering Earthbreaker, and Dragonbane Greatsword, which are all fantastic. Thank you for the die, Turk. I will use it, bro. I just gotta have a I just got like, how do we want to kill this guy? We're gonna. I like Ashbringer. Ashbringer's been pretty cool. Ashbringer. Yeah, this great purple one is pretty awesome. Yeah. We need more weapons with names, Turk. No, you can't take away my die. Ha ha! Feel like Pogli shout out. Yeah. Draw a card. I bet you did. This game's hard enough. I don't want. That's the thing about what I am doing here with this game and the Apocrypha. It's like I do not want to lose missions. I guess I realized I realized if I lost a mission, I wouldn't play it again. We just worked that into the fiction somehow. It took me a while though to figure that out. I went for a long time going, I don't want to lose because I want to be playing them again in order to win it. Like Charles. Once you go Blory, you can't go back. Blory, Charles, Dragonbane. Dragonbane Earthbreaker, Ashbringer. Okay, here we go. We need 2. That's 6. And then this is a Storybane, so it's D8. And then I am definitely going to... discard a card to add his diplomacy. Yep, we make that plus 10. And I don't know if I'm going to add... I don't think I'm going to add your... Well, you gave it to me to add now, so I'm going to use it now. D10. You are not my king. 23 plus 10 is 33. This thing dies fast. It comes raging at him. When he says, you're not my king, it comes raging at him. This time he goes down, skirting the floor, splits this cloud right between its eyes, the glowing eyes. The eyes go. Oh, that was her turn, and he took it. Okay, dead. A local character summons and defeats the Storybane riding mob. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. So, Wraith is dead. Okay. Reroll. Son of a bitch. Okay. Reroll. You found the loophole. Alright, so that's a 1, which means with Ashbringer, I can do something fancy with it. Oh, it counts as a 6. If I roll a 1, it counts as a 6. So 14, 20, 24, 29, plus 10 is 39. Thank you for playing. Peace out. Unfortunately, though, in order to close this location, I've got to deal with a riding mob. We're going to say, when he slices this thing, this king, it yells, it screams out, and as it floats apart, other wraiths come screaming out from all corners of the throne room, from behind the throne, on the throne, all around, and it's a rioting mob that I gotta find here. It's going to be the last, or even worse, it's not going to be. This is a barrier, isn't it? No, it's a story vein. Okay. Okay. Not that that's not a huge freaking pile. Fine, dude. Come on, man. Ah, there you are. That's not so bad. That's an 11. A local character summons and defeats the story being Ryu mob. Okay. I think Fumbus has got this. You didn't make things better. You just didn't. I still beat it. It's not that you made them better. I don't think. I think I got a little less. As these wraiths come running out, Fumbus takes upon himself to step out, and he's made this little concoction in the last day that they've been in the keep. He's been every now and then he's been tinkering with it. He had an idea. He found some holy water, and he made a little holy water boom boom. We're gonna use our acid flask for that, and it's his ranged D10 plus 2d6, and then, well, I only need 11. I feel like maybe it's overkill if I go, well, I've rolled worse on better. So I will definitely recharge something. I gotta discard. That sucks. Fine. I'm gonna discard to add holy water, just for the fun. And that's a D6. Acid. Fire. 2d6. Fire. Alright. Fire. Fire. Holy fire. This is his little holy fire flask. All the ones that come, he tosses it. Woof, wraiths just exploding into mist all around them. And then it's silent again. And they hear the roar of the dragon out inside. Come on, follow me. And Hakon moves straight across to the other side of the throne room. Opening a door to finding the... We're done with this location, so that's freaking cool. Let's see what we missed. An Emperor Cobra. Oh, a spell, Icy Prison. Oh, hell, that looks awesome. Elven Curve. Yeah. Red Mantis Initiative. Okay. You. Over here. You. Recharge. Whose turn was that? That was Lenny's turn. It's going to be Fumbus's turn next. I just got to we're in the storehouse portion of the castle. And Lenny's got to lose a card. Bury a card. And then she's going to draw up to 6. This is very John Carpenter right here. Escape from New York. Fumbus! Shullen's Song is the hour. When you would discard a boon to bless a dexterity or charisma check, you may recharge it instead. Okay. Okay, so Fumbus has been doing a lot. He doesn't have many cards. At this location, treat your hand size as 1 larger. Oh, nice. Fumbus is going to pass his turn. He only's got 3 cards. It's 2 blessings and a shield. He's not going to be able to do anything. So we're going to draw back up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm passing the turn over to Hakon. The Beaten. When you encounter a monster from a location, before acting, another local character summons and encounters it. Oh, that sucks. Your hands are freakishly large already? I'm missing the context. Oh yeah, Turk, people do remember named weapons for show. And named body parts. Okay. This is my hand. I call it Oathbreaker. Is that guy who calls his hand Oathbreaker? Do you know why? I don't know. Broken oath? Hand size larger. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. Now I got it. Sorry. My dad joke sensor is not on right now. Should be. I mean, I should be on all the time. All right, I don't want to draw this card. I don't want to draw it because I don't want this to be a monster and everybody has to deal with it. Do I have some way to examine? Yes. Don't be a wuss. Heck on. Don't be a monster. Yay! Bearskin armor. Now this is the kind of shit I can get behind. Yeah, it's late. My standards have dropped. Hit him with the ban hammer. Someone ban him. Spooks. Get on it. Ban him. Ban him. Do it just for fun. Do it for the lull. Alright, so this is definitely armor that Hakon could, like, sport. This is like his people's armor, man. Constitution, Fortitude, and Survival. Unfortunately, none of those are good for him. Constitution, Fortitude, nothing. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about it then. Got enough things to worry about. I don't have to worry about that, though. That's awesome. I'm going to just go ahead and draw. 2, 3, 4, 6. 6, 7. Alright, it's Lenny's turn. The Wind and the Waves. At the start of your turn, any character may recharge a card to move. We're not moving. We're not moving. You hear me? We ain't moving. Yeah, we're not moving. We're making our way through the storehouse. Skazarni Thief. Interesting. What are you doing here, lady? Before acting, if you're the only local character, suffer. Nope. So we go into this storehouse. It's a bunch of rooms connected with different. They obviously contain something of value at one point, but now it's just like broken barrels, and looks like Link has been all through there. Link from Zelda has been through there, just bursting all the pots, everything's smashed. There's not really any valuables, but then stop this one figure. They surprise who was rifling through stuff. Who knows why she must have been? She must be there on a dare. I don't know why she would attack us. That's really stupid. Really, really stupid. Because she's only, she's a 19, so I guess she is pretty fast. Oh, it looks like she's stealthy, so I guess she's going to try to ambush us. Oh, that's her plan. Her plan is to jump out of the shadows, without us knowing it, take Lenny, because she's small, and Fumbus looks scary. Lenny looks like the smaller one that's not so scary, and put a knife through her throat, and use Hakon and Fumbus to get her out of the trouble she's found herself in, which is surrounded by evil and undead. That's her plan. Let's see if it works out for her. What do I want to do? Well, I do have... No. Do I have stealth? She does not have stealth, so it's going to be combat. Somebody jumps out of shadows at Lenny. She goes bat mode. Large bat, though. Large bat. So that's going to be a D10 plus 2d6. Right? D10 plus 2d6. Yep. And that's plus 7. So that's cool. That's 19. So she needs a 12 on that, which is 22. I got a little more I can add here, right? Something, a little something. No. Okay. Maybe a blessing from... Blessing... On any check, recharge bless. Fomus is going to bless her with Asmodeus' tyranny. That'll be another D10. Just to be careful. So, this shadow leaps out. Lenny's already been ambushed, burned, acid burned, so many different things going through this castle. She's having none of this. She's a lot quicker to draw than this thief thought, and actually probably the most dangerous one of them all. She goes full bat mode in order to fly up, getting larger as she goes within seconds. And this shadow, it turns out to be a girl, a woman, is caught up, and that's when Lenny changes back into a cat. She like goes up in the air, and this person is grabbing at nothing, and then she comes back down on her as a cat. And like I said, she was having nothing. No fucker. If this thief may have walked out and been like, "Hey, I need help," that's one thing. But it attacked, and now it's her. Yeah, let's just say that a very large cat puts your head into its mouth. It's not going to be pretty at all, and it's not pretty at all. What is the recharge? Oh, recharge. Yes, that's a recharge. Thank you very much. So she is dead. If undefeated, no. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sounds like thunder? It's a weird sound. I don't like what I just heard. Let's see if I hear anything else. I guess it was thunder, but it went on for a long time. Okay. Everything's weird nowadays. This is shit. Alright, she's going to pass it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That goes away. And Fumbus. The Lucky Drunk. After your exploration, you may move to a random location. Do not want to. Oh. So, they go to move into the... Shit. Now I wish I had moved. I wish somebody had moved. Alright, so before acting, each local character must succeed at a Constitution or Fortitude check or bury the top card of their deck and suffer the scourge drained. McTeddy, did you see the movie The Lighthouse yet? As they move into this next room, they open up the door, they move in. It takes them a second to realize that the roof is missing. And they don't realize it until, boom, the dragon lands on top of the castle and sticks its head right into the room. It must have been flying around and scanning and seeing them come walking into that room through the hole in the ceiling. And it lets out, and this green, which looked like green flame at the time when they first saw it, but now it seems like it's some kind of energy, like the energy that's powering the tower. I don't know. I don't think I told you to watch it. I have been talking about it a lot to people. Okay, that's thunder. Okay, cool. So, and the reason why I bring it up is just because it's, it has to do with lighthouses, and you live in a lighthouse kind of area. Well, sorry, you don't. You're a lighthouse state. It's very North Atlantic fucking movie. So, all right, here we go. Hakon, you're up. You're on board, buddy. Constitution or Fortitude check. And we don't want the drained, because if that happens, I think our hand size goes down to 2. Not 2, but 2 less. That sucks. So what do I have? Help me out of this bullshit. Constitution or Fortitude? Constitution is D8. I don't have any way to ignore his after or before acting. I have for after acting, but not for... Okay. I really want to make this check, so... You might have. There's been chatter, like I've run into other people who are like, oh, you saw it too? I'm like, yeah, I saw it. That kind of shit. No, so it didn't turn out to be green. It's this very, very very, very black dragon. And at first, when they first saw it, it blew up green flames. But up close, as it fills the room, it's more of a green energy. Although flames energy, but more like the fell energy that they're seeing coming out of the pylons that power the guardian spell for this one portion of the keep. Anyway, Hakon, in his role for this, he's going to use the trumpet to bless. He gets to bless twice. So he's going to roll 3d8 and hope that he gets 11. Hell yeah, 15. Or not 11, 13. Alright, so he manages to get out of the way, jump back in the room. Lenny, Constitution, Fortitude. She does not have Fortitude, but she has Constitution. It's D8 as well. Oh wait, her Fortitude is actually great. She does have Fortitude. It's Constitution plus 2, so she's got a D8 plus 2. She has no blessings. Could I help? No. Shoot, man, she's getting screwed up this game. It's okay. Nothing else she can do. So she's not going to make it. I mean, she's going to make it. I mean, she's not going to die. Obviously, she's just going to bury the top card of her deck and suffer the Scourge drained. Which means on your check, subtract 1 from each die rolled. How do I get rid of it? At the end of your turn, you may bury a divine boon to remove this Scourge. Does she have a divine boon in her hand right now? Because she could... Hell yeah, she does. Hell, it happens to be the cure. No, this is awesome. Haha, screw you, drained. Okay, and then Fumbus needs to roll a Constitution or Fortitude check. He's got a D8. He can bless himself. Bless him. No. Should I even try? Or should I just... Does he have a divine boon he could get rid of if... he does. He does. I'd rather do that. Alright, so he's got to bury the top... He's not going to be able to roll a 13 on Constitution. He's going to bury the top card of his deck. He gets drained. This Scourge. At the end of his turn, he's going to... bury a divine. So... Okay, who... drew that card? Who's facing this dragon? I forget. Anybody? It was... Oh shit, I think it's Fumbus. Isn't it Fumbus up against this dragon? Oh boy. That's okay. Oh, well, it could be Hakon if I really wanted it to be. Because Hakon got himself a Dragonbait greatsword. Hakon's going to discard a card in order to step up and take this dragon on himself. So as he manages to step out, and the other two don't get out in time to get this green fell energy. It doesn't actually burn or anything. It just kind of like saps away it feels like it's sapping away their life force. They both seem sluggish, and he pulls them back in the other hall into the other room, and he rushes in with his greatsword. We're in this now. We're not actually going to end it, because even if I defeat it, it's going to flee. 2d12. And he gets to add a d8 because it's a dragon. And then I am definitely going to... Oh. I might discard this to add his diplomacy. So we're looking at 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, 26. That's 17. He needs 17 on 22, 38. Seems pretty good. Hey, McTeddy. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's okay, buddy. Good luck on the game. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take it easy, McTeddy. All right, here we go. Here we go. Feel a little scared. Feel a little vulnerable. Is he gonna be able to do this? I don't want to. If I undefeated, bury your roll card. I don't want to bury my roll card. You bury your roll card, son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Look at that shit. Damn. 8s on both 8s. Yeah, so that's 29. So he runs back in. This thing had just done its whole sweep, right? He runs back in. He slices off like a big part of its nose with Dragonbane. And as it comes lopping off, it's the size of his head, actually. The big chunk he chopped off goes falling. The dragon, Bel Shalom, screeches and pulls back out and goes flying off. What do I gotta do? I gotta... That's cool. Oh, that's her hand. Okay. Now, we defeated the villain at this location. It automatically closes the location, so I don't have to worry about closing it. However, he is going to go into one of these other locations randomly. Need to replenish. And then we only got 2 locations left. We got well, you'll see. You shall see. All right. Dog hair there. I'm gonna put this one here and this one here. Okay. Hakon goes, come on! As the dragon, in screeching in pain, rises up and takes off. They bolt across, and the door on the other side of this particular room looks like it opens outside, and it does. They open it up, and it's surrounded by rubble, but it definitely opened to the outside. And across a small courtyard is a short, squat kind of building that butts up against the tower. They saw the dragon sitting on they see the green energy coming out of that tower. And the dragon's still screeching in rage, so they book as fast as they can across the little bit of courtyard before it can regain its senses and try to breathe on them again. And luckily the big doors to this other building that's still standing open up. There's a screech. They head into the slaughterhouse. Be a cool club name. Maybe not. Hey, y'all going to the slaughterhouse tonight? That's $1 drafts. Ooh, buddy. Ooh. All right. Pathfinder. Cheers, friends. Cheers. Slaughterhouse 5. When you defeat a monster, discard a card. Ah. You're dumb. You're a dumb card. That was Fumbus's turn. Fumbus is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He doesn't need to draw any cards. Hold on. Was that really Fumbus's turn? Why do I think it wasn't Fumbus's turn? Because she got drained, he got drained. But this was his blessing. It was Fumbus's. Fumbus needs to discard, he needs to bury a divine blessing in order to get rid of drained. Dungeon and Dom! Raid! What's up? We just entered the slaughterhouse, which is this banging new club. $1 drafts. $1 drafts on monsters. Right, it is Hakon's turn. The hour is the demon's lantern. On your check against the barrier, the difficulty is increased by 3. Spooky's back. Spooky. All right, let's do this. Let's see what's up. What's up? Bam. Hippogriff Rider. How the fuck? Sup, buddy? All right. Viva la Dungeon. Hey, welcome to Dungeon, Submarine Winner. Welcome. Oh, man. So, this is ridiculous. I mean, seriously. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something I don't do very often, if ever. Yeah. We're going to replace that with a monster that makes a hell of a lot more sense. So they just burst in, ran across the courtyard while the dragon was wounded, circling the keep, this undead evil keep. They run into the this short, squat building that's up against the tower that houses the pylon spewing the green energy out that they need to destroy in order to unlock the other small tower. And they burst into this, and what hits them right away is, one, the smell, which is shocking to them. Because this keep has been nothing but ruins and ancient, like nothing but dust and undead and fucked up shit. No one's lived here for hundreds of years. But apparently, whatever the dragon eats is whatever it finds in the countryside, people included. And this room, seems there's a hole in the ceiling. Apparently it drops its corpses that it feeds on in here. It's like piles of semi-rotting, everything from straight up skeletons to maybe 1 or 2 freshly rotting cows or something. Cows, humans, creatures. And on top of one of these piles is this grotesque little ghoul thing. And it comes scrambling off the pile towards Hakon. It's immune to cold, electricity, mental, and poison. It is a 21 to defeat. Viva la Dungeon. Indeed. Cheers. Let's Ash bring this bitch. Teeing up. So that's 2d10, 2d3, plus 6. It's not a story bane. So I feel like I should have another d6 or some shit. No? Okay. Horn of Clarity. Horn of Battle Clarity. We play that as well. Recharge that to add a 1d8. Now I'm feeling good. Oh wait, 20. Oh, fuck, it's a 21. I need 21. I gotta take this serious. Okay. Well, I got plus 10, right? Or is it plus 6? I got plus 6. Yeah, plus 6. Plus 6. So I need 15 out of 28. Let's do it. I am playing a game called Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. And I'm doing a dramatic telling of it. That's what I do with these games. Oh wait, good thing though. With Ashbringer, if any die rolled in this check shows a 1, it counts as a 6. 6, 9, 17 plus 10 is enough to slice this fucker. He goes, shoom, and he reaps this zombie, just slices it diagonally. Just kind of goes. It comes jumping like that. It just goes. Yeah, just like that. That was a recharge. This goes back in my hand. I gotta ditch a card. It's a card game, not a role-playing game necessarily. Where you have your character's deck, and over the course of all these different scenarios, you build up your deck. It's kind of a deck builder to a degree. And then you also level up your character. You mark off. Here's my character for Lenny. She's a little gnome druid. You can see my marks. As she gets hero points, she can check off boxes and level up her character. All right, hack on, hack off. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hack on's getting a little low on. I gotta heal him. It's getting a little low on cards. Okay, Lenny, you're up. The hour is the bear. On your strength check, add 2. Okay. Lenny is going to first. Okay, so after he kills this ghoul, they check out the room. There's a hole in the ceiling they want to avoid, but there is a door to the right, for like right kitty corner in the room, which probably leads to the tower that they need to get to. So, but before they go, Lenny walks over and says a few words to cure Hakon. Hakon needs some help here. He have 4 cards, so that's pretty much all of them. So that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. Okay, and then she's got to do a divine check. +5. Okay, she just needs a 3. Yes, or better. Okay. Recharges that bad boy. Now. Just gonna go. We're just gonna go. Shining Child. Oh, it's a glowing one. If anybody knows what a glowing one is. Immune to fire and poison. All damage is fire. Okay. Before acting, each local character must succeed at a Constitution or Fortitude check 8. Or suffer the scourge dazed. All right, we're gonna roll from, and then we'll do the fiction. It's basically like the other roll we had to make before. His Constitution is the D8. I don't want to waste any cards. I don't have time to waste cards. Yeah, 3's not gonna do it, bud. He is dazed and confused. Dazed means you may not examine locations. Oh. You cannot explore more than once. Alright, let's see if Lenny's Constitution is D8 plus 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Oh, she's not dazed. And Fumbus, his Constitution is D8. He is dazed as well. As they make their way through the piles of corpses and gore, one of the piles, Lenny goes, "You smell burning?" As she says that, she can smell very well. She actually is able to pinpoint. She looks over at this one pile that's kind of glowing, and all of a sudden the corpses kind of slide off, kind of like burst off, and this thing comes out of the center of this pile of corpses and bones and shit, an ember, if you will, now alive and springing forth, coming at them. Fumbus and Hakon, not expecting this, to see these corpses flying everywhere. But Lenny's ready for it. She's going to go Corvosan Housedrake. She's been waiting to do this for a while. That's the form she's going to take right now. D10 plus 2D6. She needs a 20, though. But this is plus 7. She needs a 13. She needs a 13 out of that. I mean, that's 22. So, take a chance. Oh, I gotta subtract a 1 for each die rolled. Oh, God. Oh. Ooh. Fumbus can actually cast Force Missile to help her out. On another character's combat check, banish to add 2d4. I will. How about that? 1d4 there, and a 1d4 here. Add the attack, force, and magic traits. No problem. Alright, let's do this. She only needs a 13. So, as this thing comes rushing at them, Lenny immediately morphs into that Corvosan Housedrake, which they're like the size of a small pony dragon. Just and as it's coming at her, suddenly these missiles come flying out from beside her, slamming into its chest and halt it, kind of pausing it, giving her enough time to jump in and grab it, just rip out its chest, and spit out the glowing kind of portion of its chest. She had guessed right. Its life force or whatever is driving it was right in its chest, and she spits out the glowing fires. It burns her a little bit in her mouth, but not bad. No lasting damage. This is banished. This is recharged. All right. That was Lenny. She's going to bury a divine boon in order to get rid of drained. So she's no longer drained. 4, 5, 6. Wait. Yes. Fumbus. His turn. The hour is no effect. Lemoning Star Knife. Lemony Schnicket's Star Knife. It's not that great. I don't even want to care about it. He does not notice it as he walks by. Damn. Well, I don't want to waste any cards to explore again, so I guess Fumbus's turn is over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good to know. Hakon. The hour is the healing light. Characters cannot suffer scourges. Well, that's cool. Is there anything he wants to do before he's dazed? He cannot examine, so nope. Naval hero. Okay. Charisma and diplomacy is a D8. Let's roll it and see what happens. Yeah, he's definitely going to get... So, the way I do allies in this game from a fictional standpoint is for the most part, 90% of the time, this is more for some reason, in this moment, in pops this woman he had met in his years on a boat. And he remembers some key things she had said to him. And for some reason, she's now with him in his head for at least a little while. You know, people just pop in your head, and you haven't thought about them in a long time. That's what happened just now. It makes more sense than her being somehow, for some reason, in the middle of this undead keep. And then I can discard her to explore, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Dance Macabre. Okay. Barry, this is good. This is really good. What is it, though? Oh, it fits so well here. I'll tell you why in a second. So, immune to cold, mental poison, and resistant to attack. Before acting, each character draws a random card from the hand of the character to the left, and either summons and encounters the story being Wraith or buries a random card. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so Hakon's going to draw... Wait, from the hand? From the hand of the character to the left. Okay, and now I got to bury a random card. So this is what's happening. Suddenly, something with the death of the Shining One, something like triggers. Like a greater evil was sitting there waiting. And having that happen, suddenly all the corpses, everything in the room comes alive. But not in a sense that they come alive like zombies or something. They're like suddenly they're up and they're floating and they're swirling. It becomes this like, they start whipping around slowly. And it's almost like they're all dancing together. Cow pieces and torsos and heads and all these different pieces of these corpses start kind of bouncing and flowing. Almost like it's this like incredibly macabre dance going on. Incredibly macabre courtroom dance going on, and but then they start going faster, and it's going to turn into a maelstrom of corpse parts that they're going to be trapped in the middle of. Lenny's going to draw from a random card from Hakon's hand. Oh wait, Hakon was supposed to randomly bury a card. He's burying Ashbringer. This is the fucking MVP this tonight. Okay. Burying me just means he can't use it this game anymore. I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Sorry, I need a drink. Okay. Lenny's gonna draw a sad lich. I love you, Ashbringer. Draws a random card from Hakon. And then she's going to bury a random card. Okay. And then Fumbus is going to take a random card from her. Oh. And then he's going to shuffle Skirmish, Undead, Incorporeal. Alright, I don't know what he buried, but we didn't have to do any more of that shit. King Fishy. Hey, awesome. F in chat for Sad Lich. What's up, Fishy? What brings you about, my brother? Alright, so to set the scene for you guys, we're in a room with just piles and piles and piles of corpse bits and pieces from animals and people and torsos and heads and bodies, and because a dragon would feast on parts of them and then drop it in a hole in this room and just leave them. And so there's skeletons and bones, and they had just all started rising. They all just kind of rose up, floating in the air, and it started doing this weird dance around. It's kind of floating, all of them. There's thousands of pieces of this shit and gore, and now it's starting to whip around violently. And I just took care of the before acting pieces, and now somebody whose freaking turn was this? Shit, I hate when I do that. I need to take a thing and go, this is his turn. I'm pretty sure it's Hakon's turn. Yeah, because Fat Fumbus didn't have anything to do. Okay. Right? Yes. Add a die. Thank you, sir. AKA Spooky's bedroom. Is that a fucking... Is that a decapitated head? Is that someone's hips? Okay, Hakon. Well, he doesn't have his badass. This sucks. How are we gonna... Okay, oh, it's a 28 too, man. Look at that. Oh, dexterity, acrobatics, or wisdom's only 11. Wow. Oh, well, his acrobatics is dexterity plus 3, is d6 plus 3. So if I could get a couple blessings on that bad boy, this could work. On a local combat or survival check. It's not survival check. Okay. Okay. Lenny's not going to be able to help. Fumbus, can you help? No. Okay. She didn't even have a blessing, did she? No. Alright. So I could try to do this with 2d6 plus 3. I would need, to do that 11, I would need 8 on this. Should I go for it? Or just try to fight the thing with the 28? Alright. Hakon notices, as he's watching all this, there is an epicenter to this thing. And he can almost see that it's something there standing through the cloud of stuff. There's something there. It's almost incorporeal completely, but he knows that it's there, and that's what's causing it all to whirl around. So he's going to dodge and dip and flip and go and dance through this mass of body parts and corpse and bones to get to the center to take it out. That's going to be represented by this roll right here. I need an 8, man. I got a 7. Plus 3 is 10. I need one more somehow. Do I have anything to let me add one to a die roll? Oh, you gave me an added die. Sorry, you gave me an added die. I didn't see it, buddy. There we go. Fishy, I didn't see it. Thank you so much. Dungeon and Dom, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to need it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that added die. Thank you very much. So he does that. He jumps, jukes, jumps, dances. He spins, twirls through this. Barely manages to get stabbed by a bunch of rib bones. And he finds the thing in the middle. And it's a small kind of... it looks like the outline of a small old man. And he goes to grab it and stab it. But the moment he touches it, everything falls. Moment that he physically invaded this thing's space, kind of nulled it out. And everything goes falling. Luckily, nothing falls on Lenny and Fumbus. And nobody gets hurt. But it just goes and the whole dance falls away. In order to, since this is going to close this location, I think, hold on. We have to check. The dragon might be in there. Great. The dragon's in that pile. Because we met him before. Thank you. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Bel Shalom. They hear, after this falls, they hear the and they know she's coming, and she lands on the roof, and this because there's a big hole in the thing. She's where she drops her shit. They're already back. They got their themselves up against it, up against the door that's leading to that tower, And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to close this location. We're not going to fight her and close this location. Instead, I like doing this shit. We're moving to the lair. We're going to go up in the tower to take care of the glowing energy, the pylon, the fell energy pylon. And then we know where she is. That's the cool thing. We know where she is. So we got to fight her, kill her to end the game. But if we fought her here in the slaughterhouse, she would just flee to here. No matter if we win. So we'd have to fight her again. So I don't want to fucking fight her. I know where she is now. She's not going anywhere. So we're gonna go into her lair quickly. It is now 2, 3, 4, 5. We got to get rid of this. He's got to draw 3, 4, 5, 6. And now it's Lenny's turn. And we're moving. At the end of Hakon's turn, he can move any local characters with him. He's going to move into the lair. They flee into he goes, go, go, go. They go through the door as they hear her land on the roof of that building. The slaughterhouse. No, we have to, no, not this, and it's the exact opposite. There are 4 pylons of fell energy that are charging the guardian spell of this one tower of this undead keep. Inside is a magical weapon that we're going to use to kill the Queen of Korsova, because she's under the control of a crown made from dragon's teeth. The dragon took over this. It's a long story. It's long. Tale as old as time. And I said that to my daughter the other night for something stupid. I was like, it's a tale as old as time. She goes, under her breath, she goes, wait, she goes, tale as stupid as time. Yeah, you're right. All right. The hour. On your check against an undead card, add 1d6. Oh, hell yeah. We're in the lair. The difficulty to defeat Story Banes is increased by 2. Okay. This is Lenny. Let's do it. Kaylin's Revelry. It's a blessing. Charisma, divine. Yeah, divine. D10. Okay. I need a 9. That's 6. She's got plus 4 or 5, so yep. I got a blessing. Yay. Kick ass. I'm going to hold on to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We're not going to do anything else. Pass that turn to Fumbus. The hour is. There's a pile of hours over here. If I run out of this, I lose. Right now, we're doing pretty good, though. The Queen Mother. Your knowledge check is blessed. Well, thank you very much. Fumbus. A Citillipede. That's nasty. I haven't seen this one before. Before acting, each local character must succeed at a Constitution, Wisdom, or Fortitude check, or they cannot play weapon and spells this encounter. Oh, sorry for you, bro. But Fumbus don't need no weapon or spell. So I'm not even going to worry about this check. As they make their way into this tower, there's a little room and then stairs going up. Obviously, the stairs are going to be swirling up to the top of the tower. At the top of the towers, they're banking on is the pylon, that's the statue that's holding the energy source that's shooting out to the other tower in the keep. As they go to start move up the stairs, something unrolls itself from underneath a thrown away ancient table and moves out. As Fumbus is coming up the rear, it attacks. But Fumbus is ready for it. With his Tangleburn bag, he's an alchemist. He goes boom. Shit goes boom. Alright. D10 plus 2d6. What else I want to do? I can't really do anything else, can I? Oh, I'm going to put silver war paint on. So at some point, as they're walking in, Fumbus is going to put some silver war paint on his face. On your face! What else do I want to do? Oh, yeah, I'm going to do Fumbus stuff. He's going to recharge a card to add fire to this. And adding fire means he's putting another 2d6 into the mix. So add that. So he's got plus 5. So that's nice. Plus 5. So as he's starting to go up the stairs, he hears the of the mini legs on the stone surface. And having been a child of the forest, he knows very well what usually accompanies that sound. He's dealt with lots of different types of peeds in his life. So he just starts bolting up the stairs, grabbing his Tangleburn bag out, and then he turns, and this thing is actually faster than he thought it was. It's like coming right up the stairs, and he throws his Tangleburn bag, and it explodes in his. It catches it in like its mandibles, and it explodes. You can see the inside of this thing's head light up, and then it's like freaks out Lenny and Hakon. They both turn, but then they see its exploded dead body of the centipede falling backwards. Okay. All right. And then he can roll a craft of 12, man. Okay. D8. Can he even get 12? I guess he can if he rolls an 8. Nope. Okay. This is dead. Very dead. 1, 5, 6, 7. Moving on. Hakon's turn. Master of Masters. On your check, you may reroll any dice showing 1. Oh, I hope I remember that. I tend to forget those the moment I put them down on the thing. Okay. Hakon's leading the charge up the stairs of the tower. Oh, there's an armored coat on the way. Don't care. Actually, you know what? Yes. Extra cards in your hands is not a bad thing. Gotta roll a d6. D8. 8. Cool. Thanks, buddy. As he's going up the stairs, he sees a very nice coat. I'll just snag that. I'll take that with me. And then I'm going to have to discard something. Oh, I get... yeah, discard it. I'll discard that then, and that gets buried. Fine. Now it doesn't matter anymore because we're moving on to the next turn. Lenny's turn. On your check, you may banish a random blessing from your discards to bless. Rovagug's Destruction. Keen Spiked Chain. It's a melee 1d8 plus 2. First, you may additionally discard add. Huh. I don't know. No, she's not getting that. She doesn't see it. She's not going to be able to roll a 15 on that shit. Don't care. Moving on. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm not gonna fuck around. We're going to keep moving. I'm not gonna waste cards to explore more. Zan Kuthan's Pain. This is now Fumbus's turn. After discarding any number of cards as damage, draw a card. Okay. Anything you want to do before? Oh, scheiße. Damn it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't have anything to heal. I was saying I could have healed, but there's nothing to heal. Garden Guardian. There's something waiting for us at the top of the first platform they get to, sitting in a chair. Just, you could have swore it was looking out the window, a corpse. It doesn't move when Hakon and Lenny go by, but as soon as Fumbus goes, it tries to grab him. Before acting, each local character must succeed at a Constitution Fortitude check. Okay, better yet. It, like, as they start passing, as Fumbus gets on the landing, before they get to the next one, suddenly this thing kind of explodes. Like, shit comes off it. Like, nobody touched it. Just goes poof. Like a mushroom spore cloud goes poof, filling up the landing. A lot of Constitution and Fortitude checks lately. Alright, well, he's got a D8. And I'm going to do Hakon first. Hakon's got a D8. And what's going to happen? Suffer the Scourge poisoned. If I remember right, it's not that scary of a scourge. So, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to bless or anything. 6. Damn, that was mighty close, though. That was mighty close. It's okay. Where's poisoned? Poisoned. After you reset, recharge a random card. Okay, that's not too bad. Lenny, your fortitude is D8 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Again, 1 away. And Fumbus. 7. Oh, wait, he made a 7. He actually made it. He actually fucking made it. Alright, awesome. Fumbus is not poisoned. He's an old hat at poison. He knows all about them poisons. In fact, the reason why this doesn't affect him is because he's immune to that particular poison. That particular type of poison. Okay. And because he's not affected, he's not coughing like Lenny and Hakon are, he's going to take this guy out. And I think we're going to use our fireball beads. For combat check, banish to roll 3d6 plus 12. Fireball him. He yells, run! And Hakon and Lenny, coughing, run back, keep running up the stairs. As he does too, as this thing starts trying to get off the chair to come at him. And he launches a fireball at it. 3d6 plus 12. This is great. Boom! That's what you get for poisoning my friends, asshole. Peace out. I'm exceeded at arcane check 9. Okay, 2. D8. Plus 3. No, plus 4. Awesome, just barely. Recharge it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was Fumbus's turn. And now it's Hakon's turn. He is poisoned and dazed. The hour is no effect. Here we go. They reach the top of the tower, and sure enough, there is a pylon there. This one is shaped in the head of a lion, or it could be a manticore. We're not quite sure, but it's a big lion head, big carved statue lion head with his mouth open, and out of the mouth is bursting the green fell energy. It's actually kind of at an angle. It's kind of like this, coming out that way, because it's going back into the keep to power up the tower that glows with green as well. Standing there in the light of the pylon. Thank you, sir. I got an added die. Absolutely. Is this knight. This fell undead knight. Just waiting for some asshole to come and try to screw up his light. I hate before acting. Before acting, each local character must succeed a dexterity or acrobatics 10 check or suffer 1d4 acid damage. Okay. So as they stop and he's there, and then suddenly he moves in a flurry, like way quicker than I expected, especially considering the last thing they just dealt with. Suddenly he goes like this and he spreads his hands, and all these little vials come. He must have been waiting 1,000 years for this for this moment. And they start popping as they come closer. Let's see. Okay, Hakon, you're first. Dexterity or acrobatics? He can do acrobatics. D6 plus 3. We need how much? A 10? Okay. What's going to happen? 1d4 acid damage? How about this? How about you go fuck yourself? Alright, we're going to do this. He's not going to make the roll. I'm not going to worry about it. Because I'm not going to make it anyway unless I bless. I don't want to waste a blessing. He has a shield of resistance, so we're going to roll the 1d4 for damage. 1. Hakon puts up his shield of resistance. Deflects that 1 point of damage from the acid. So it splashes against his shield. Lenny, however, has got a much better dexterity roll, does she not? D8 plus 2. She's got to roll an 8. Do I want to combat survival? She doesn't have any fancy... Her turn's going to be next. I don't want to cripple her. We're going to try rolling it. I'm going to spin that extra die on this because I don't want her taking damage. 5 and 7's 12. She dodges out of the way. Thank you, Dom. And then Fungus' dexterity is D10 plus 4. So he's actually in a pretty good shape. 6 plus 4 is 10. He as well. So nobody takes any damage. That's fantastic. Hakon with a roar charges this asshole, and he's the perfect one for this job too. He's got to do 2 checks though. We got to slice and dice. If when it's combat then combat, that means there has to be 2 rolls made. Anybody can make either one of those rolls as long as Hakon, the person whose turn it is, makes one of them. But I think Hakon's just going to take him on himself because 14 and 18 is nothing, no big deal. Dragonbane, the greatsword, is out, glowing, because the dragon is actually uncomfortably much closer than they would like, but it is not paying attention just yet. So it's a D10 plus D10 plus D12, D12. That's plus 3. Plus 5 total. It's not a Dragonbane, so I don't want to. Okay. Oh yeah, so he's gonna discard a card to in order to use add his diplomacy to it. It's a D8 plus another 4. So we're talking about plus 9. So 9. Oh, for this first roll. Wait. Did I want to worry about doing that? Because, I mean, he already had plus 5. Okay, you know what? I'm not doing that. He had plus 5. So he only needed 9 on these 2. So we're going to... Damn, Don. Damn. You're right. It is. So it's a 16. So he's got to get 11. Good call, man. That's the kind of shit I get all worked up in the fiction. No, don't ignore. I forget that shit all over the place. This game's hard enough. It's hard enough anyway. But yes, you're right. I need 11 on these 2. I think we're just going to try it, though. 11. 22. I got exactly 50-50. Wait. You know what? Frick it. I'm gonna go ahead and use my war drum to add another D4 just for the heck of it. Just to make sure. 9. That wouldn't have been enough, right? So 12. Boom. Wait. Yeah, boom. So he comes running up. This thing has its own great sword. Comes overhead, but instead of parrying it, Hakon, because Dragonbane's a great sword, but it's very light, he's able to skirt up underneath it, and he just bashes, and off it goes its chest plate, revealing its skeletal remains inside, and some of the rib bones go with it. And then Hakon's behind it, and its Nurlot swirls around, and we're going to finish the job here. That's a recharge, right? Yep. Recharge means it goes in the bottom of your deck instead of the discard, which is advantageous. So now he's going to discard a card to add his diplomacy. So he's got a total of plus 9. So this is 20. So it's 11 now. And yeah, 11. 11 from 22, 20. Yeah, it's pretty good odds. So bam! And it goes to turn around, but he's already behind him, waiting for him. And when it turns around with its own big old heavy greatsword, Hakon's already swinging, and it comes down, and Dragonbane eats right into this guy's helm, splitting the face, the skull head, crack. Easy. Easy. Why is my camera swinging? Easy peasy. Okay. With that, Hakon and Linny and Fumbus rush to the big lion head, and using all their strength, they push it over, and it falls off the tower. With it goes the green flame. The dragon screeches behind them and raises up. And technically, what we'd have to do is now we'd end our turn and we go to the next. I would have to close this. Well, hold on. Technically, I got to close this location. Succeeded a strength or melee 5+5 check. This is to push the statue over. I love how that shit works like sometimes. Okay, so it's going to be Hakon. It's his turn to close this. His strength is D10 plus 1. Oh no, melee is plus 3. D10 plus 3. And he needs to make a 10. I don't want to mess around, right? We don't want to have to deal with these two cards. I want to get fighting. So we're going to... Oh, you know what? Somebody else got a blessing. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Fumbus is on another player's check, discard to bless. So he's going to roll 2d10. 2d10. To make sure we push this thing on. 17, yes. So it gets pushed over. And technically we would have to go to this other location to fight the dragon, but just, I mean, that's just a formality. Belshalam, screaming, thinking that it had these 3 cornered and trapped in its corpse room, screams as it realizes that the pylon had been crashed behind him, raises up, and now it's floating above them in the air, flying above them in the air, above them the tower. Yeah. So, party time. Partay. This would be, though... Hold on. This would be Lenny's turn. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And she would have a new... When you would bury a boon... No, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Lenny isn't necessarily the one that's going to take care of this, though. I've done this a lot tonight, and I like it. I like it a lot. Hakon is going to discard a card in order to encounter the creature for her. Hakon, with Dragonbane now shining very brightly, attracting the dragon's attention. Oh, wait, hold on. Before acting... Oh, bullshit. Before acting, we got to succeed at Constitution Blood or bury or suffer the Scourge Drain. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it because Drain just affects their hand size. Oh, no, it doesn't. You have to subtract 1 for each die rolled. For each die rolled. Oh, wow. So... Okay, so the one who has to make this is Hakon. Hakon's Constitution is D8. Yep. D8. He needs a 13. Damn. Alright, do we have at least one other blessing that can be thrown on your check? Oh, I have... Oh. I'm gonna... fuck. I would rather... cider. What you drinking, bud? Alright, I'm gonna take it. He's just gonna get... Belshalam breathes its green energy down. And because Hakon knew that he's not gonna run. He's not gonna take the chance that Belshalam gets away. He's not gonna run down in the tower. He knows it doesn't burn. Whatever happened last time, he was able to survive it. So, because he got hit. Oh, no, he didn't get hit with it before. But Linny and Fumbus did. But it seemed like they recovered pretty well. Thinking, not drinking? What are you thinking, bud? I totally saw drinking there, dude. what I was trying to decide is, okay, I'm just going to take the hit. So Belshalam breathes this green energy down. Like I said, Hakon had already had this happen once. And Lenny and Fumbus got hit with it. Didn't seem like they got burned or anything like that. So he's not afraid of it. He's got his sword up. He wants to goad the dragon into coming in closer. And so he makes the decision to just withstand the thing. It drains him of his life force. He feels tired. He feels like shit's getting taken away from him. But he's still standing. Better than he ever did. I got to subtract 1 for each die roll in this, so this is going to be a little crazy. But I didn't want to spend my 1 blessing to fuck up that roll when I could spend the blessing for this and get the extra die here. So, D10, D12. It's against a dragon, so it's D8. I can discard it to add my strength die, which is fantastic. Then... Okay, he's going to throw this fucking thing. He's going to throw Dragonbane at Belshalam. He's got a blessing. Recharge the bless, so that means that it's another D10. Now, I do realize every die I add, I'm actually subtracting 1 from this whole thing. I got a Horn of Battle Clarity. I'm going to spin... I haven't played an item yet. Have I? Nope. That's 1D8. Damn, kid. And the only thing I haven't spent yet is a ally, and I can play my Lorraine Qua Moon Maiden to add a D6. It's a lot of shit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and well, he's naturally got. Oh, you know, I haven't even done the whole. My discard a card, add my diplomacy, which is another D8. Plus, okay, so all my pluses is 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. I got a plus 9 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got plus 1. This is plus 1. All right. 8, 16, 25, 30. So Belshalam breathes fire, and just like he knew, or not the fire, the fell energy, and just like he knew it would, in its hubris, after breathing and seeing him still standing there, it enrages Belshalam, and she comes down in order to eat this arrogant man. And she comes down, as she's coming down, she's opening up her mouth, and instead of waiting for her to get down there, he takes Dragonbane. Because, like I said, it's a lighter sword than your typical greatsword. He throws it, and end over end, and then perfectly just... And she screams and bites down and jams it up into her brain. Mid-air, she starts flailing. Her head hits the tower, and she's scrambling on the tower as it's falling on her, and she lands in a heap at the base of the tower, and she's still screaming as they start working their way down the tower. Luckily, she didn't destroy the fucking tower. As they get down the tower, she's in her death throes and screaming, and finally they just wait it out for her to die so he can go back and get his sword. Absolutely killed it. Yeah, and so pylon number 3's down. The dragon Belshalam is dead. The remaining pylon is coming out of the only other standing building in the fort, which looks to be a church. So next time I play this, there'll be Hakon, Lenny, and Fumbus will be going into that church, and whatever happens there is going to lead them to the little tower to where they can get the one that's being protected by the guardian spell in order to get the weapon. The sword, the magical sword with a cool ass name. Some kind of what is that spell? That weapon's name. The sentient sword of Serithtiel. All right, so what do we get? Oh, I forgot. There was some... Okay, we're going to get a loot. All right, so the shit you get at the end of a thing, your reward. Everybody gets a hero point, which I can use to check off the little boxes to add more pluses to their rolls and stuff. We also get the loot item, Staff of Greater Necromancy. Now, what I should have did was included that in the descriptions, like they'd find it. Well, it's part of her hoard, right? With a little searching around, they find her hoard. Not just the bodies. She also has cool items. Let's see what this thing does. See if we even want it, really. Oh, he has a Staff of Greater Necromancy. I haven't seen the one of Lesser Necromancy. Ooh, there's the weapon we're looking for. Seraph Teal. Looks pretty cool. Here we go. Staff of Greater Necromancy. For your combat check or your check to defeat a skirmish barrier, reveal this card and discard a spell to use Arcane or Divine plus 2d12. You may additionally add 1d12 in the poison trait. This counts as playing a spell. That's kind of cool for either of these two, Fumbus or Lenny. So we will keep that. Thank you very much. What else do I get? Anything else? Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about withering, so I don't have to discard a card from my graveyard after every turn. That's awesome. And that ends the story for tonight. We're one step closer to gaining the weapon that's going to help us hopefully take back Korsova out of the grips of the Mad Queen. We will see. We're on the count. We only got 5 more episodes of this left, I think. 5 or 4. Thanks for joining me, Dom. Do we want to? Who's up? Who's up? Dom, do we want to? Oh, here we go. That's me. So nobody's streaming right now. I want to raid somebody though. Yeah. The staff? Yes. Alright, I'm gonna raid these guys for the heck of it. Thanks, Last War Poodle. Thanks for sticking around, buddy. Good to see you, man. Oh, right on. Right on. I don't know how many people are here, so maybe I won't worry about raiding. I'll just say Viva la Dungeon and call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Talking Dragons, I hope. D&D in 7 hours. How terrible. Terrible. That's some early morning D&D. Hi, Stinkosaurus. Yes, it is. This is the new core set. Plus I'm playing the Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is the first campaign for that set. I just finished up. If you check out the Liching Hour on YouTube, my channel on YouTube, I've got all the episodes if you want to check out. I've done about 20 episodes if you want to check out how this game plays. Yeah, it's easier, Dom. It's so much easier to deal with the long hours if it's during the day and not at night, right? Right on. That's a pretty good schedule. It's a good Sunday, man. It's a good Sunday. All right. I'm hyped. Hyped. Y'all take it easy. Viva the dungeon.